6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. 7 yards there.
Hey guys, All Sports 83. I was sporting another video for you, and I am bringing you episode 4 of the Madden 20 Face of the Franchise. And as you see here, we're cutting right into the end of the next game on the schedule, and that is against the Arizona Cardinals. And had a really good game in this one, and I was kind of showing you the end of this one. I've had some gameplay recording things. The whole game didn't record, but thought I'd jump in here and just show you the end of it. I did record the end of it. Basically, we just run out the clock at the end, get that victory, and it brings us to within 1 game of 500. Had a rough start, but got a couple of good showings now, and we're up to 2-3. We've won our 2 of the last 3 games, and so we're starting to get a handle on the season. But the story of this game here was the running. Giovanni Bernard had a huge day, 280-some yards rushing, and gets us to a 2-3 record. So we'll just move right on into the next game. This is a battle to see if we can get back to 500 and get ourselves back into what would hopefully be some kind of playoff contention here. And this is going to be a division game in Baltimore against the Ravens, so it's always a tough battle. And just going to see if we can't pull out the road win and see if we can move this season right along and see what happens in this game.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. But he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So early on, throw that interception, pick 6. Just not a good thing for me. But then I hand the ball off where we kind of get ourselves right back in this thing. And he's going to run this thing all the way down for a touchdown. And we tie it back up just like that. So the running game is kind of covering my backside a little bit there as I'm not playing very well. But really just going to try to get on the rhythm and see if I can eliminate those mistakes. And I'm going to have to throughout the rest of this game. I can't be making those kind of mistakes. Good little play over the middle there. And so, again, trying to feel more comfortable. And I got a face mask on top of it. And it certainly helps us out for sure.
Skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So
that's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come.
So as you can see, I'm having a lot more success after that first drive. Here's another touchdown pass, so that's going to be 2 on the game. And I don't know what it was. It just seemed like the first part of the season, everybody was dropping balls. The running game was terrible. There were no running lanes. The guy would, somebody breathe on him, he'd get tackled. It seemed like I never had any time in the pocket. And now it just seems like things are going well. I'll take a sack there, but up to this point, things have gone really, really well, and it almost feels like 2 games. But threw another interception here, so obviously the game is going to have its moments. But for the most part, I'm finding good open lanes in this game. There's another run for a touchdown, pass and catch. So I'm getting little mistakes here and there, the interception, the sack, but. I'm also getting these really good moments. So really, I just got to figure out a way to capitalize on the good moments and eliminate all these mistakes that's taken place, kind of intermittent throughout.
Resist on 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
This and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in.
So pick up the win there. Not bad passing stats either. 16 for 23, 359 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I had those 2 interceptions, but the 4 touchdowns and over 300 yards passing, that is pretty cool. Good improvement over the first few games of the season. So, again, starting to try to feel a little more comfortable, trying to read defenses more, trying to figure out what the best play is, run or pass, calling the right audibles. Just really trying to get acclimated to how this game works. And we're just going to move right along to the next game here. And so now I'm back at 500. And so now hopefully if we can keep this momentum going at home for the first time this year, if I can get this victory, we're going to be looking at a winning record. So definitely an important game. Definitely want to put ourselves in the playoff picture here and see if we can get this win and just kind of set ourselves off in a good momentum moving forward.
Because you're running away from people on it.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. Yeah, this will
better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
So, something I started to notice as I continue to learn the game and try to figure out how to, run this offense is that, it's really important to make sure that you're mixing it up quite a bit. It sounds trivial, and I know it's kind of like almost like a duh moment, but there are moments where, you have to interpret the defense and try to figure out the best time to run the ball, the best time to pass the ball, and then also, when the best time to scramble the pocket, when to move up in the pocket. There's so many decisions that can take place inside of a play. And so that's one of the difficult things for me in these games has always been this, what the decision is, what's the right decision, which receiver is more open, how long, do I have in the pocket. You see, I take a sack there, I'm just waiting too long. I'm very inconsistent in these things, and so the key is trying to be more consistent at learning when to do the right thing is and when to avoid the wrong thing. And again, I know that it sounds really trivial and maybe even superficial in a way, but it's really difficult to discipline yourself to do the right thing when you really just want to stand back there and just sling it, But you just can't do that. You're not going to be very successful if you just stand there and throw the ball every play and try to throw it 20 yards downfield. You got to find that variety and be able to read the defense on making those decisions. And so starting to pick that up a little bit better in this game. And one of the things that I noticed in this game here, and I'm not really giving away the result just yet, but I learned that the running game seemed to be more successful. Even with me as a quarterback, I would find that lane and that pocket. It seemed the defensive backs with this team, the Jaguars, it just seemed like they were very good. And so basically, I had to rely on the running game. Don't try to jump out there and get 300 passing yards and 4 touchdowns or whatever. Just take what the defense gives you, run the offense that's going to be most successful, and I was trying to do that.
Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you.
So we got our first touchdown of the game there, get our first lead, and the coach wanted to go for 2, and we missed it. And so now we just have a 2-point lead, and we're looking to try to build on that here in this drive, and just, again, trying to make the right decisions and pass, run, whatever it takes to try to build on this lead, see if we can't get this win. Some kind of glitch on this play. I'm not really sure what happened, but it was a running touchdown. Somehow just skipped the snap or whatever, but we get that touchdown and extend our lead, and that's always a good thing.
They're having time to talk it over. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now after that, the Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
All right, so you can see we basically ran the ball during the entire fourth quarter, got that win. See the stats here, they're not super stellar. This is one of those games where we really had to rely on the running game, and that's totally okay. 22-10 victory over the Jaguars, and now we've got our winning record on the season so far. We got to keep this momentum going. And but yeah, basically off the backs of a well-balanced offense overall. Got to be good at both parts of the game, I think, in Madden 20, and that's pretty much what we've been doing so far since we started this run of success. But hey guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and hopefully we'll see you around for episode number 5.